Is Creatures of Ava worth our time? We're about to find out. Welcome everyone to episode 214 of 1 Hour 1 Decision, 1H1D. I am Chris.
And I am Tom.
And we take 60 minutes and play a random game on Xbox Game Pass and decide, well, Tom, can planets have womanly names?
This one certainly does. And I mean, Venus, right?
Venus, you're right. So there's the answer. The answer is yes, you can. Well, we are going to be talking about Creatures of Ava, developed by Inverge Studios and Cheapig. Looks like a collaboration of sorts, which maybe you'll have some notes about. This game was released on August of 2024 on the PC and Xbox Series consoles. That's it.
Exclusive,
as the Xbox man would usually say.
Yeah, but exclusive with an X, no E.
Oh, extreme with an X, no E. I played this on the PC, 7.9 gigabytes on the PC. Tom, what about you?
Bigger on the Series S, 8.58 gigabytes.
This is the complete opposite of the gunk.
Yeah, last episode we had a different scenario.
It is. What a shame. But maybe a different scenario on what kind of game this is?
Well, actually, I think I wrote the exact same thing I wrote last week, which is a third-person action platformer.
Oh, man. Really? You just thought that was it? I put third-person open-world creature collector.
Yeah, okay. We'll get into it a little bit, but this is not Pokemon.
It's not Pokemon.
And if you put creature collector, I think you're making people think that it is.
Okay, fair. But yeah, we'll get into it. But before we get into that, let's get into our game loop.
Yes. I have explore an alien world, fighting back an infection, and befriending its cute critters.
Oh, an alliteration. Well done. No, it is an alliteration. What's the other one?
Assonance is the vowel.
Damn it. You keep saying I never remember it. But yes, I put down collect creatures to save them. I'm still holding down the fort on creature collection.
You're leaving out the whole fighting away at the bad stuff, eating at the planet.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a lot of similarities to the gunk here.
Mm-hmm. So there are.
Let's get into our likes here, though.
Okay, I really enjoyed the anime intro that it has. That was
something.
Okay, so it sounds like Chris maybe didn't enjoy it, but
no, I did. Honestly, it was a great opening cinematic. And like I guess very like Superman vibe. It gave me Superman vibes. Like, well, minus it's not a planet. You're on a space station that looks like it's about to explode. And spoiler alert for the first 30 seconds of the game, it does. And yeah, and then you're just on this world trying to figure out what the heck to do with it and try to save it, I guess. But it was a great looking.
Yeah. It's more about the
visuals. I agree. I mean, and I would say that rolls right into the game itself. It's a very pretty game. Another game that has a style to it and sticks to it. I don't know. It kind of gave me vibes of like a Disney animated film, or like that kind of style to it. And I was here for that. The creatures all looked fairly unique. They all had different vibes to them, which I was like, that's cool. I appreciate that. And because this isn't Earth. This is Ava, the planet Ava. And it's got all these weird creatures roaming around, and you've got a lot of things to do on this planet.
Yes. I appreciate that it teaches you the controls on how to do those things as you play, walks you through basic movement, walks you through camera control, walks you through teaching you how to befriend these animals and then mind meld with them.
Yeah. Like the as we kind of alluded to, you're dropped into this planet. You literally fall into this, I guess, temple of some sort, and then you get this staff that allows you to essentially cleanse this planet. Are you sucking things up? No, you're just like cleaning them, like shooting stuff at them.
It's like a ray, like a cleansing ray from the staff,
right? And similar to the gunk, as you clean things, the environment changes. Not as much, I will say, as the gunk, but there is it unlocks new paths for you to explore and stuff like that. And the mechanic, the cleansing mechanic, is not only for environments, but it's also for the animals, the creatures that are on this planet, which I thought was really cool. And it almost has like a Ghostbusters vibe to it. If I like, where you're just shooting them with the ray, weakening them, and then they convert back to their friendly, cute selves. And they're very aggressive though when they are in this infected form.
Yeah, so they get pretty bitey.
Yeah, bitey, stabby, scratchy, something. But it's cool. And then on top of all that, you have, like you mentioned, the ability. You learn the ability to control the creatures.
Yes,
which is pretty cool. And that introduces not only like the controlling the creatures mechanic, but then you have a flute.
Yeah, it reminded me very much of Ocarina of Time.
Yes,
where there are different songs you learn how to play.
Yeah.
And the songs, you know, the buttons in the right order, and then you play a song, and then the animals react to the song.
Yeah, it's a fun little mechanic. I appreciated that, and it works well for this world. And they also mentioned there's a Pokemon Snap in this game as well, because you take pictures, and that's how you collect information about each of the new creatures that you discover. And then I guess there's other stuff that I didn't even touch, get an opportunity to use. There's like apparently co-op mechanics that you can use with the creatures that I have no idea what that means, but I'm here for it. It was interesting.
Yeah, I did have a note here that it feels like a story-driven Pokemon Snap. And it's not on rails.
Yeah.
So like when you play Pokemon Snap, honestly, I didn't play the new Pokemon Snap, but the original Pokemon Snap, you rode kind of like in a vehicle, and the vehicle was literally on rails, like a roller coaster ride. And you just kind of took pictures of things as you went through the environment. This is not that, because you have full control of your character, and it's open environment like you described. Mm-hmm. So you go and find the creatures and take, you can interact with them and make them kind of line up and do what you want them to do, and then take a picture of them. Mm-hmm. And that unlocks information, and you use that information to, get a better, read on the creatures, and then you can do more with them. So
anything else we want to bring here?
So I liked some of the other mechanics as well. Like there's a mosaic puzzle where you have like all these pieces of a mosaic, and you have to like take the parts and you have to rotate them and then put them back together.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think mechanically that was a fun puzzle to solve. And solving that unlocked an upgrade to the staff. So I liked the idea that like completing these puzzles gives you more of the story, more of the lore, but also adds to the mechanics. Like it's all wrapped together in a good package. So I enjoyed that.
I agree. Like, we just talked about all the different types of mechanics that they have in this game. I feel like they all work really well. Like, there was no big issues I saw. We'll talk about some dislikes here and there that I have, but yeah, like I was pretty impressed about that. I was pretty impressed how they all like worked pretty seamlessly for the most part. Like these, like most of these games, most of these mechanics, I feel like were just separate games, and they're just like
They could have been, and they have been in the past, right? Where you could build a whole game around one of these mechanics, but this game has a lot of different elements. They all work together.
Yeah,
and none of them feels particularly like shoehorned in. It's not like it's not like they were just fishing for a bunch of different mechanics and like, how many can we cram in there? No, it all kind of works together and makes sense within the story that you're playing.
Yeah. And this game also does a good job of I know you mentioned the tutorial kind of portion of the game, but like as you get the staff, you quickly learn two abilities with the staff, right? Which is the cleansing mechanic, and then there's like a lift, essentially like a lifting mechanic. And you learn very quickly because there's like a puzzle that you have to, like an environmental puzzle where you have to use both of them, and so you have to figure it out. And it's satisfying. It's a very satisfying feeling when you get to see these mechanics and then apply it to I guess in this AVA real time kind of experience right there, as opposed to just in your tutorial world and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, now let's jump into our dislikes, Tom.
Yes. I wrote, I was hit with major drama from the very beginning of the game because I was not ready for you to lose your family in the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what is going on? Like, my whole family, and I was like, there was a baby, and I was like, did the baby die too? I was like, there was a lot of like emotional stakes. It just kept getting higher and higher. And the thing that I was bothered by with this cinematic, there's two things. First of all, one, I felt like it just wasn't addressed as soon as you get onto the world.
It really isn't.
It's just like this whole thing, and like, how is this character not upset about what just happened? And then, so I think the other part that was confusing was the way that Vic, the main character, looks in the opening cinematic. Looks a lot younger than where she is now.
Yeah, I think some time has elapsed.
Okay, so there was a time. Okay, that's where
I think there's a time jump there, but they don't, like you say, they don't address it. No. They don't give you a 10 years later, you know.
So it was just like a lot of, I guess they were expecting me to be a bit smarter and figure it out, but I was like, wait, what just happened? Because like all you see is this floating object from this spaceship that exploded, and it's like, okay, and then it cuts to this where it looks like, I think you crash land on this planet. So it's like, that's the other part of it. It's like, oh, so did I crash land? And like, now I've all of a sudden grown older. This is like some sort of weird, simulation that just happened. I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know. I got very confused with that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, because I did find it very jarring. I wrote, the story is confusing so far. It feels like the sequel to something.
Yeah.
But it's not. This is the first game that exists. And there are, as you play through the game and there are cutscenes and gameplay, there's like these jumps happen again, or at least I felt them, where it just felt like the cutscene didn't quite finish completely, and then you're back to playing the game, and I'm like, wait, are there like 3 or 4 seconds of the cutscene missing or something? Like, what just happened?
Yeah, I agree, and I think the thing that also threw me off when I was playing this game, and I don't know if you had this experience, but was there, because this game has some voice acting in it, and this is one of those games that they kind of intersperse the voice acting in with the like.
Yeah,
like the dialogue pop-ups with that stuff in there. But in that opening cinematic, was there dialogue that you could hear?
I don't think so.
Okay, because then it was really confusing. Because then when when the game actually started, I had no audio, so I had like weird audio issues throughout the game. So I was like, it was just weird, and like, so where like I either had no audio, or I just felt like the audio was out of sync with what was happening.
I experienced that on the Series S also. I have I experienced juddering with the audio and the music, where it would like stutter and jump and, that sort of thing.
Okay.
It was not smooth and error free.
Yeah. It was that was a shame. It was a shame there. And the whole voice acting thing was like, oh, this is like the gunk. They have fully voice acted. No. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, it's like you're teased that it's going to be fully voice acted, and then it isn't.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather you just don't at all. Yeah. And like, I don't like the things either, and I really don't like when they mix that together with the teka of the typewriter sounds. Oh my gosh,
you're right. I totally forgot. I was trying to remove that from my mind, I guess.
Yeah, mentally erase it.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. What else is also a shame is there's like, as much as this is an open world game, like, you've got invisible walls. That feels bad.
Yeah. I do not like invisible walls.
Yeah, but like, especially in an open world game, it's like, it just feels worse. I don't like that. But
yeah, this is definitely one where if you try to like stray away from the mission area, the game breaks that fourth wall and is like, no, you can't go there. You're on a mission right now, and that is outside your quest area. So get back in line.
Get back in line.
Get back on the rails.
Yeah.
We built these rails for a reason.
It's funny because like we both prefer to be on rails for the most part. But I guess if you're going to give me a world where it's just kind of pretty expansive, and there's some pretty creatures that I want to go and pet or whatever, like let me do that. But no, give me a task list, but give me the opportunity to pet my alien horse or whatnot. So
I like the games where I'm on rails, but it's not the rails are there because you're on the plot is the rails, not like literally invisible walls. Build your environment so there's only one real way I can go. Okay, fine. But like if I can look over there and then I just walk into like a literally invisible wall, that's a problem.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Anything else you want to talk about or dislikes there, Dan?
I think I covered most of it. I think, unfortunately, most of my problems were like technical in nature, which is not great.
No, it's not great. Not great at all. Well, let's head on over to our other thoughts here. How Long to Beat says this game is 9 to 11 hours to complete. So not big, time commitment, I would say.
No, but
overall,
more than twice the length of the gunk.
This is true. It is more than twice, but it is also xCloud capable, so you can play it on the go.
There you go.
What do you got there, Tom?
Okay, so the story was created by someone named Rihanna Pratchett. Now, that last name sounded pretty familiar to me. I was like, oh, wait a second. Pratchett? Yeah. Yes, the daughter of famed novelist Terry Pratchett.
Wow.
Rihanna, I've discovered, is quite an accomplished writer in her own right. She wrote Heavenly Sword. She wrote Mirror's Edge. She wrote the plot of the Overlord series of games as well. Oh. So I was like, oh, all right. So like, her parents are both authors and she went on and became an author herself. So good for her. And
the family heritage.
And doing a lot of video game related stuff, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, generationally makes sense, right? Yeah. Like, so the game focuses on non-aggressive combat mechanics, healing, taming, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I found it interesting that there isn't a Wikipedia page for this game. Oh. Normally, when we play a game, there is a Wikipedia page, and I use that as a jumping off point to learn stuff and get directed to more stuff. But for whatever reason, this one doesn't have one. It's just unusual. Yeah. But reading up on the product itself, it has 4 distinct ecosystems, and there are 20 different creatures to tame, and you do it with music. So they all have their different songs and things that you learn to entice them to do things for you. Very cool. But error, warning, you can lock yourself out of 100% completion of this game if you make certain choices.
Really?
So that seems to be a big hot button issue amongst players of the game. So the way you prevent this, from what I've understand, is before sending any critters back to the mothership, Noah's Ark style, make sure that you explore the area around that to utilize their abilities to unlock all the paths and things that are in that area, because you can send them back to the mothership without completing 100%, opening up all the area.
Yeah.
And then you don't have the creatures to open up the area.
Yikes. Wow.
So just a fair warning for anybody who's looking to, if you're a completionist.
Yes. That's fair. That is good to know. All right. Now, Tom, we need to find out, are we keeping this game on our respective hard drives, or are we leaving it all on the planet Ava and abandoning it? Letting it infect in some way, shape, or form.
Let the flood hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mean the Halo flood. I mean like Noah's Ark flood. Well, maybe.
Both work.
I suppose they do.
Both work in the situation.
Okay, well, I put, despite the jerky nature of the storytelling, which did bug me, I really did enjoy the environments. And I really did enjoy the mechanics of this game. I honestly think I'm more likely to keep playing this than the gunk.
Oh.
Which might be a little surprising. But the reason there is, it reminds me a lot of other things that I like.
Yeah.
So it definitely has some Pokemon vibes. Yeah. It definitely has Legend of Zelda vibes. And I didn't mention it earlier, but the music reminds me a lot of The Lion King. And maybe that's where you're getting that kind of Disney feeling in there.
Yeah.
So Lion King's my favorite Disney movie. Pokemon's probably my favorite video game series franchise. And who, Zelda's just so well done generally that it's hard to dislike, right? So
well, they put the jump on the wrong button, but
Fair enough, Chris. I'll give you that.
Oh man. Look, for me, I didn't want to stop playing this game. When the timer went off, I was like, oh, hold on, let me make sure I complete this. So I definitely did that. And we forgot to mention this game does have a save button.
Yes.
You can save at any point. But yeah, like I agree with you. It was just it merged all these different mechanics from very well-known franchises in a package that just I think works. I think it's worked. And it was a lot of fun. My time went by really quickly, and I'm here for it. I'm here to continue playing. And it doesn't seem like it's very long either. So
yeah, I think that's what I needed to hear was this like 10-hour commitment. Yeah, okay, sure. If you came back and told me this was 40 to 50 hours, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, that probably would have leaned me maybe a little to the no. But it was still, like I said, I still had fun though. It was a good time. So those are our thoughts. Let us know what you think of this game. Follow us and say hello on Blue Sky at 1H1D, on Threads and Twitter at TC1H1D, or shoot us an email at TC1H1D@gmail.com. Or, we play these games on Twitch. We do them live. So twitch.tv/1H1D. And finally, you might be watching this on YouTube. Send us a comment down below. Maybe what's your favorite creature? There's 20 of them. Maybe you like the little like mouse Tyrannosaurus Rex thing, or the horse with the trumpets on its face. I don't know. Those two were kind of cool. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool to know which one you like. But 1H1D is part of that QTB network. And if you like any great gaming content, check it all out at quitthebuild.com/network.
Yes.
We've got to find out what episode 215 will lead us to.
Yes. Let us segue on to the next game.
Let's segue on and see what the surprise button will have for us in 215. Here we go. Oh my. Sniper Elite Resistance.
I have played a Sniper Elite game, but it was so very long ago that I don't even know what number this one would be.
Me neither. I've only seen those little clips here and there of the slow-mo bullet time nonsense that they do, and I'm excited to try it out because I've never actually played one of those games. Let's see. So that is it for this episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this one, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.